past times that you played each other?
No, there's nothing that I did different. I just was just out there to play a really tough opponent today.
What did that embrace with Venus at the end mean to you, and how do you think you'll look back on it?
Yeah, I think I'll look back on it fondly. It means a lot to me, obviously. We are very, very tough competitors on the court, but, once the match is over, or the second it's done, we're sisters, we're roommates, and we're all that.
Venus came up with some incredible level of play tonight. What does it mean? Yeah, people kept talking about she's the older sister looking after you, but she's gone through a lot. And she has this. What does it mean for you that she's back to this level and that you were able to go out there?
It's really great to see her do so well, and she was at an unbelievable level today, down to the match point. It just was not easy, and it was probably the toughest match I've played in a really, really, really long time, and where I wasn't actually beating myself. I was out there facing an incredibly tough opponent. So, yeah, so it was just seeing that and knowing that she is at level is so good and inspiring as well, and hopefully it's encouraging for her too, because I think against any other player she for sure would have won.
Was there a point in the match early on where you thought, where you can tell Venus has got her A game and this is going to be trouble? Or
Yeah, just in the very first game I knew that she was playing well, but she played really well in her last match, and she's been playing well all tournament. She's been kind of going through this tournament really, really sneaky and on the low, and was I think also really good for her.
She knows your game very well. How do you play against that?
Because I know her game well, so I think it actually evens out.
Is there any other opponent across your career that has consistently given you as much trouble as your sister?
No, no. I mean, she's still playing as well, and I've played a lot of great players like Lindsay and Jennifer and Martina and Kim and Justine, and I've had a lot of losses against those players as well, but they just didn't have, I think, what the pressure, and they didn't know my game, and they just didn't beat me as many times as Venus has.
One of the great players you faced very early in your career a couple of times was Steffi. Could you take a minute and just talk about her game, break down her game a little bit, what made it so tough?
Well, she was Steffi Graf. I think that's what made her really tough, When you're young and you're going against Steffi Graf, I mean, that I think pretty much sums it up.
And was her forehand one, how does that compare with some of the other strokes you faced in your career?
Well, honestly, it's been a really long time since I've played her, but I just do remember having an unbelievable forehand, and I think her backhand was amazing too, because she had that really good slice. So she was very athletic and very fast, and she did a lot of things really well.
Serena, when you split sets and you're sitting there in the change-over chair and your sister's a few feet away from you, what's the narrative going through your head? You're going into that final set, there's so much on the line.
Well, I'm just thinking, just at that point I was glad to be starting out serving, and just thought, okay, I want to hold serve early on and see what happens, and just what am I not doing? What am I not doing? What can I do better? And nothing different goes in my mind as when I'm playing anyone else.
It's that pragmatic. There's nothing else swirling around.
I mean, there's a lot of things going on in my mind, but nothing different from when I'm playing anyone else.
These matches really intrigue the tennis public when you play your sister, and non-tennis fans too. I understand the most important part of this is playing a match, winning a match. But can you enjoy that at all in terms of what it means for the sport, or is the feeling we're going through this again, we're going to hear a lot of the same, and everybody's going to talk about me playing my sister again? You just kind of want to be done with it.
Well, I didn't really listen to a lot of press and read anything about it, so I kind of was in a hole, and I didn't even turn on my TV, and I didn't watch any of the matches yesterday, men or women, so I didn't really live in that world. But yeah, it's a big topic because I think it's the greatest story in tennis, because we really, with how we started and how we grew up and how we were able to win championships and be, such inspirations for so many women across the globe. I mean, it doesn't get better than that.
Serena, you just won a match. You look like we have been at a funeral party. I mean, normally you smile when you win, you come here, you laugh. What happens tonight? Is it just because you beat Serena, Venus, or because you're thinking about what is going next? What's wrong? I mean,
It's 11:30. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't want to be here. I just want to be in bed right now, and I have to wake up early to practice, and I don't want to answer any of these questions. And you guys keep asking me the same questions, so it's not really, you're not making it super enjoyable. But
okay, can we, at least I made you
just
laugh.
being honest.
Okay, at least you know this much. Can I just ask you, because I must do...
Is it about Venus again?
About Roberta Vinci, of course.
Okay.
And even in Italy, we think that yeah, she has no chance. But what is your opinion about it? You played with you played a good match. You played a good match enough in Canada. And
Yeah, I think it's good I played her in Canada. She played me really tough, and I didn't really expect that. And that's how I sprained my finger, actually, was playing against her. So thankfully, my finger's a little better now. Um, but yeah, so I'm not going to underestimate her. She played really well, and she's not in the semifinals of a Grand Slam for no reason. So she knows what to do, and she knows what to play. And I think it was really good. Again, I just think it was great that I played her because I kind of know what to expect, and I'll be more ready for it this time.
Serena, Venus said that one of the best things, even about losing, was taking pride in you and watching you go on in your quest for the calendar year slam, and how that was very important to your family. How does your success and your family's success all blend together?
Well, I think my success is our success. We all started together, and we all are still together. So I think, yeah. I didn't know it was important to my family, actually, but it is important to me. But at the same time, it is what it is, and I'll do what I can.
Serena, do you get more drained emotionally, physically, mentally playing against Venus than anybody else? When you're done, are you more tapped out than when you play Venus?
It depends. Today was a very tough match. Today it wasn't an easy match. So just thinking what I could do better, and yeah. So it just really depends.
You said you were an inspiration to women around the world. I know it's late, but can you give us some feedback on how you've gotten feedback about that?
Yeah, I mean, just nowadays with social media, you can get a lot of feedback, and it's kind of cool. So you can sometimes see people say things that are just so positive, or people post things like how inspiring my family is, or Venus and I are, and how they want to do it, and they want to be like us, and how they started school or they started tennis, or it's not always tennis. It's just about they started their lives and how we were able to inspire them. And so I think that's really kind of cool to, every time I read one, it's almost surreal, like knowing that I and my sister have been able to inspire so many people and so many women. And it's definitely something that when you're growing up, you don't think like, I want to inspire people to do this. You just think, I want to win, some Grand Slams. But there's so much more to it that you don't realize at that time.
Last few questions.
Venus said at the net when she hugged you, she said, I'm just so happy for you.
Mm.
Is that some of her character?
Well, everyone in this room knows that Venus is probably one of the greatest people on the tour. She's really, really great. She's super, super professional. Complete opposite of me. Which actually, that's not true, but I'm just making a joke. Since you said I'm not laughing.
excellent.
You're welcome. That was for you.
Would you say
Anything
that,
else, or did you say anything back? What did you say back to her?
Just thanks, and I don't remember, to be honest. Actually, usually I do, but I don't remember.
Would you say that Roberta Vinci is a vintage tennis player, that she plays with one hand back and nobody else does it anymore apart after Justina Nan or so?
I played someone in the first round of Wimbledon who hit some rocket one-hand backhands. But yeah, they're very few and far in between. I don't know if she's a vintage because she's such a good one-hand backhand. But yeah, she's definitely, and she has that mean slice on that backhand too. So. Yeah, definitely a little more old school, but also a really great matchup because it's fun to see people that still come to the net and still hit slice and still hit one-handers. And it's just different. It's good for tennis, I think.
Okay, last
Serena,
question.
you were
What's the
very,
most
very
satisfying?
demonstrative.
Scott,
Sorry,
and
you were
Doug.
very demonstrative tonight in a way that you haven't been often against Venus. Clearly, you really wanted this match. After all that, how gratifying was it to walk to the net and get that hug from Venus?
Yeah, it was gratifying because, you're out there and you want to win so bad in that moment. And then when the moment's over, because every single match I root for her every time. And so it's interesting to be in a position where you're trying to win.
Last one, Doug.
So along the same lines, what was the most satisfying part of the experience for you tonight?
Walking off the court and being over with. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.